The human spirit is stronger than anything that can happen to it. Our next CPAE is living proof of that truth. A visionary entrepreneur and passionate business mind, they are a radiant force embodying compassion, courage, and heart. Initially studying psychology and physics at Vanderbilt, they shifted gears completely and continued their education in Europe, eventually earning a master's degree. This is someone who reinvents fearlessly and also leads with soul. 1 year after deciding to become a professional speaker, they were invited to TEDx in Spain. And a year after that, they graced the stage at $1 Million Round Table, electrifying 8,500 attendees. But what makes this person so special is how they always see the best in others. And their kind, graceful presence lifts the room like none I've ever seen. And yes, amazing companies like Microsoft, Mayo Clinic, and McKesson trust her message because it doesn't just teach, it transforms with a message of hope and a mission of healing, powered by unshakable resilience. Tonight, we celebrate a master of the stage, a gifted artist, and a servant of transformation. Please help me welcome your next CPAE Hall of Fame, my friend, my joy buddy, my wingman, CPAE, Allison Massari.
Once upon a time, I was in second grade, and my 4 best friends since kindergarten somehow convinced the principal to let us create and perform a comedic play for the entire grade school. Kim wanted to be Cinderella, Marion wanted to be Elton John. I wish you could have been there. After they all picked their roles, they looked at me waiting, and I froze. I was the shy one. But then suddenly my eyes got wide when I realized the best role had not yet been taken. I looked at them and said, okay, I'll do it. I'm going to be the fairy godmother. My next memory is standing in the dark center stage, right behind the thick velvet curtains. I had my wand and fairy dust. I felt totally empowered. I was the one person that day that got to grant wishes and make people's lives better. Little did I know that playing the fairy godmother was a hint of my true heart's desire. What a gift it is to be given a stage, to share hope and bring goodness into the world. I am so honored to be a part of this, of our mighty world of speaking. For me, it all began with a shocking, life-altering event. In 1998, I was making a living as a full-time painter and sculptor and entrepreneur, a dream come true. I was getting ready for my first museum exhibition. This was a very exciting time. One night, I was driving home alone from a movie, and as many of you know, I was hit head-on, 60 miles per hour, trapped inside my car, consumed in fire, and nearly burned to death. There is so much more to the story. But my journey to healing and transformation became one of the most extraordinary experiences of my life. Now, if you told me that being a sensitive artist, I was going to burn alive, go through extreme darkness, and come out the other side better than before, more peaceful than before, I never would have believed it was possible. 11 years after the accident, I remember the day. I was sitting on my deck overlooking the ocean. I was in a reverie. I felt so calm. I saw how far I'd come and all that I'd learned. It occurred to me that I was carrying powerful and vital secrets about life. In that moment, I felt this tremendous sense of clarity. It's like a fire ignited inside of me. I knew these secrets needed to be shared, and I wanted to help people. As a full-time artist, I didn't know how I would do this. I was used to a very quiet life behind an easel. About 2 days later, I got a random call from someone from my high school. He said, "Allison, would you come on my 1-hour radio show? I could interview you and you could tell the story of the fire." I'd never done anything like that before, so I said, "Sure." The day came for the live show. I called into the station. By the end of the interview, I was euphoric. I felt exhilarated. We hung up the phone, and minutes later, he calls me off the air and says, "Oh my gosh, Allison, you need to be a keynote speaker." And I said, "What's a keynote speaker?" Within days, the decision was made. I put my art brushes down, walked away from my easel, and stepped into a completely new and unknown world. There was just one problem. I had a horrendous fear of public speaking. Sheer terror. One of my beloved mentors sat with me and said, "Allison, it's going to be okay. There are only 3 things you have to remember. Love your audience, love your message, and love yourself." I took that in, and I devoted myself to learning this new craft. I discovered that speaking is actually another art form like painting or sculpture, and I fell madly in love with it. Thank you for this breathtaking honor tonight. Thank you to NSA, to my peers, to the people on the CPAE committee. I am overcome, overjoyed, blown away. A very special shout out to NSANC, the living legend Patricia Fripp, Barry Wishner, who has consistently checked on me for 14 years, the brilliant Jolene Brown, Ross Bernstein, Simon T. Bailey, Vince Posenti, Waldo Waldman, Mike Domish, Sam Silverstein, the radiant Colette Carlson, Philip Van Hoosier. It is impossible to name everyone right now, but I will always remember how you have cared for me. And my precious parents are here tonight. Mom and Dad, I would love for you to stand up. That's right, the legendary Boris is in the house. My adorable father is 90, there with my beautiful mom. They met in high school. You'll often see them holding hands. Mom and Dad, I am so grateful. I learned an enthusiastic work ethic from you, but more importantly, I learned about love. By your example, you showed me in countless ways how important it is to bring goodness into the world. Mom and Dad, this award tonight is dedicated to you. I love you so much. Thank you. Oh, thank you. And to my fellow speakers, your devoted and caring leadership profoundly inspires me. You carved this path for me, and I am so genuinely grateful. This moment takes me back to that day sitting on my deck overlooking the ocean, so completely moved by a powerful sense of something that was to come. The hope of helping people and touching their lives. And back to that day on stage in 2nd grade, believing that with my fairy dust, I could grant your heart's desire. I had no idea those moments would lead me ever so fatefully to be here now with you. What a wild and wondrous journey. Thank you.